In the last 6 hours, Incheon Airport became an unplanned stage where Carmen of Hearts2Hearts moved with a calm that felt deliberate rather than performed. There were no dramatic gestures, only presence, pacing, and a quiet confidence that captured global attention. Welcome back to Carmen Global Updates, the only place where the secrets of the Soul Stars come to light before they even know it themselves. Over the past 6 hours, Carmen's departure through Incheon Airport unfolded less like a routine schedule and more like a composed passage in an ongoing story, one defined by restraint rather than spectacle, as she moved through the terminal without forcing attention, allowing her presence to settle naturally into the space around her. Her walk measured and steady, her posture relaxed yet intentional, giving the impression that nothing about the moment was rushed or overstated. Her outfit reinforcing that tone through muted colors, clean layers, and grounded footwear that suggested movement and purpose instead of display, creating an image that felt edited rather than styled, as though the environment and the pace were in quiet agreement. Cameras following not because they were summoned, but because they were drawn in, capturing a calm rhythm that contrasted with the usual urgency of an international airport, a rhythm that quickly spread across platforms as fans noticed how effortlessly the moment translated on screen. From the subtle adjustment of her passport in hand, the way her expression shifted between focus and warmth, offering brief gestures that felt genuine rather than including a small wave that softened the atmosphere and a fleeting half-smile that carried further than any posed greeting, reinforcing the idea that Carmen does not perform departure but inhabits it, turning transition into something intimate and relatable. While around her, the Hearts2Hearts members moved with equal awareness, each presence distinct yet balanced, forming a quiet constellation where no single energy overwhelmed the others, with Eon's composed demeanor adding reassurance and continuity as other members contributed gentle textures through shared glances and relaxed expressions, collectively presenting a group dynamic rooted in trust and mutual respect. A team comfortable enough with one another to let silence do part of the work, which may explain why this particular update resonated so strongly compared to typical airport appearances, as fan engagement during the last 6 hours reflected appreciation rather than frenzy, with comments focusing on calmness, cinematic pacing, and emotional consistency rather than shock or controversy, suggesting that what audiences responded to was not novelty but continuity. The sense that Carmen is extending a narrative that has been building steadily since debut, one marked by growth without noise and confidence without excess, reinforced visually through a carefully restrained color palette and winter soft textures that emphasized longevity over immediacy. Fashion functioning not as trend bait, but as punctuation, with long sleeves and layered fabrics creating intimacy, boots signaling readiness rather than spectacle, and an overall silhouette designed to remain relevant beyond a single cycle, a choice that subtly communicates intention and forward thinking. While alongside her, Yeon and the rest of the group appeared aligned and prepared, not only for travel, but for what lies ahead, their shared composure hinting at momentum rather than pause, which naturally fed into light speculation circulating quietly within industry conversations, suggesting that this departure may represent more than transit, potentially aligning with a short overseas schedule connected to a refined stage appearance or a visual focused content already in post-production, possibly centered on atmosphere and narrative framing rather than overt choreography. Though no official confirmation has surfaced and such whispers remain intentionally soft, the consistency between the timing, the tone of the appearance, and the group's current trajectory has led fans to anticipate something that mirrors the airport moment itself. Composed, warm, and quietly confident, reinforcing why this update matters beyond surface-level imagery. Because in an environment that often rewards volume and immediacy, Carmen continues to build value through measured presence, inviting audiences to meet her halfway, trusting the camera to breathe and the moment to unfold without force. A form of craft that feels deliberate and sustainable, making this 6-hour window less about a single walk and more about a signal. A promise delivered through posture and pacing rather than announcement, leaving the impression that as Hearts2Hearts moves forward, Carmen's approach to visibility may continue to favor depth over noise, allowing even the smallest transitions to resonate long after the gate is closed. 6 hours later, the images still linger. Not because they demanded attention, but because they earned it. Carmen did not rush the moment or the gate. She widened it, reminding fans that quiet confidence often leaves the deepest imprint as Hearts2Hearts continues forward. Smash subscribe and ring the bell before we come to your room tonight. Also, like and comments to our loved one. Stay tuned for the next drop of Carmen Hearts2Hearts. So, what is your impression of Carmen at airport this morning, darling? See you in the comments. Bye!